But yeah, the mods are nice enough to set. Alright guys, today's video is going to be sponsored by LolSumo. It's a free application available for iOS and Android that helps you improve in League of Legends and is overall an amazing application if you're into League. What it does is it helps you in and out of every game by automatically calculating the most optimal item builds for each and every new matchup that you play. So for example, say you really like a champion and want to know what items to build and when. Using LolSumo will help you choose optimal items for your build every time. It will also give you dynamic tips for the matchup you're going into to help you play League better. And on top of all this great stuff, you're also able to follow the pros and your friends to see how they're doing in their matches. There's also performance analysis and coaching features in the application. The premium version is even better. It gives you access to more advanced performance analysis, lane, champion, and game phase specific performance analysis, lane pressure based off of global averages on specific champions, and more features available every month. This application is about as perfect as it gets for someone who wants to step up their League of Legends game, so go check it out. The link is in the description and get started for free. Alright guys, the $500 RP giveaway ends in just a few days. If you haven't entered and want to, be sure to leave a like on the video, comment down below, and enter in the description. Alright, what is up guys? Professor Akali here, bringing you a gameplay analysis of my Master Tier promo games on my Smurf. This is actually the first account that I've ever potentially gotten a rank above Diamond 1 as a one-trick, and actually is also the first time I've played my Master promos, since back in Season 3 there was no such thing as Master Tier, only Diamond 1 and then Challenger. A lot of Challenger players do happen to show up in my games, which did make me a bit nervous considering it's my promos, but without further ado, let's get right into the games. Alright, so starting off in game 1, we actually end up laning against Gosu. He's playing Lucian mid. First time I've actually ever laned against a Lucian mid. I've played with them before, but yeah. He ends up getting a solo kill, but we don't need to include that because it was pretty bad. But not to fear, Zac comes in for the gank, and we're able to pick up a kill to start bringing me back into the game. I head back to lane after basing, and what do you know, we end up getting 4-man gank because there's a Shen, but luckily Elise overextends and I'm able to get a kill onto her before running away, making it a 1-for-1 because Zac's passive is kind of annoying and I had to deal with killing him. So the thing about laning as Akali against any AD carry is until 6 you have to feel the pain, you have to get bullied around and it's not going to be a fun time, but once you're 6 you should win every single lane, especially when you're running Ignite and they have heal, but that doesn't even matter. So yeah, the only way you can lose as Akali post 6 is if you were getting poked out and not doing anything about it. I was getting poked out because, you know, Gosu's a good player and I made a few mistakes and he punished them a lot. So I have to use my passive, I have to sustain up with my Doran shield and my potions. And once I'm back to around 70 to 80% health, then I can look to start killing Lucian again, or at least bully him in lane so he can't get as much farm. So at this point in the game I'm getting camped. Some people on my team are dying, some people on enemy team are dying. If you look closely on the mini-map, Zac is top, but by the end of this he actually rotates really quickly. Elise tries to cocoon me, and I instantly use my Shroud as a reaction and pretty much just mess with them until Zac can get over and help me, because I know we're stronger in a 2v2. Lucian isn't that strong as a champion until he gets items, and obviously Akali is really good once she gets her first power spike of Revolver and level 6. So I try to mess with Elise until Zac can come over here, and eventually it does work out and we get a kill. The fight with Elise was pretty close, but honestly I just think that I've played way too many games of League of Legends and have been in that situation so many times that I really wasn't even nervous about that for some reason, even though I think I had like 1 health. I tell Zac to camp mid, and at this point I think Gosu is starting to tilt because he's overextended with no vision of Zac. Very clear to see. Zac takes advantage of that and we pick up another free kill onto Gosu. So fast forward a few minutes and I want to talk about a broken Akali strategy that I really don't see many Akali mains using. And that's the strategy where you swap with bot lane once you get your Gunblade. No matter what rank you are and what rank they are, you will be able to 2v1 almost all bot lanes because you have the burst to one-shot any AD carry and all squishy supports. But because it's a 2v1, a lot of the time the enemy bot lane will think that they're stronger than you and can bully you and poke you while you farm under turrets, but that's simply not the case. You destroy them. You always destroy them. It's so much fun to do and it's a great way to gain a lead. So that's what I do. I swap with my bot lane and start farming the lane. Eventually I tried stealing blue away from the enemy team, but Elise tried to stop me, so I went on the hunt for her instead, knowing that my team is nearby. I jump over the wall to try and kill her, but she ends up repelling. But not to fear, my team is collapsing and I know that I'm extremely strong right now. I can wait in Shroud until my team is in a good position to fight, so there's no rush at all. They don't have Lucian to Q me and reveal me. The only thing I have to be worried about is the Thresh hook. But yeah, they end up retreating into their turret, but once again, I know that I can get a kill onto Thresh, so I dive him, and although I did end up dying, it's still worth it I think, because I need to stack up my Bounty Hunter mastery, and I snowball way harder than any other champion in this game. So at this point, I'm 5-3, I head back to bot lane to start farming, and I see that the enemy team is doing Dragon. Well, I know how strong I am and how strong my team is compared to them at this point in the game, since I'm so far ahead, so I head to collapse on the enemy team and just try and pick up a few free kills. Eventually we do get the kill onto Elise, so you can definitely say it was worth. At this point we had just caught Elise and we decided to test our luck mid lane, considering we had the numbers advantage. Luckily Zyra made a pretty derpy play and tried to defend, I guess, 1v4, but we have a Zac, so he jumped over the wall, he jumped a mile, so we end up taking the turret and killing Xayah as an added bonus. So not much happens for the next few minutes, we take Mountain Dragon and we farm some minions, but eventually TOBIAS Fate catches out Shen and Elise going for a risky rift play, and of course we all swarm over there for the free gold, the free KDA bonus. We end up getting the jump on them, and we end up taking even more of a lead. And with the deaths of Elise and Shen, I call for our team to go top lane because it would be a 3v5. A common theme for this game is us catching them and then taking an objective. Rather than recalling or rather than just keep on farming, we push for leads when we can find them, and I think that's one of the things that separates this Diamond 1 Master game from a lot of Bronze, Silver, Gold games. We're always looking to push any lead we get, any objective we can find, because we know that it increases our chance of winning the game, rather than playing a slow-paced game where any team can win regardless of how early and mid-game go. I get caught out overextended and I end up dying, but not to worry because it's mid-game, we're Akali, we're very strong right now. So I head to bot lane because I think the best chance of me winning this game is to split push. When people ask, is Akali better as a team fighter or a split pusher, 90% of the time she's better off as a split pusher if you know what you're doing. Usually if you go bot lane, you can have your team clear out Baron and go for catches in a 4v4 situation because usually they'll send someone bot lane to stop you. But the thing about Akali that no one knows is that she can pretty much dive most champions except for super tanks in the mid game, and if the enemy team sends a super tank bot lane to try and stop you, you can just tank through their damage and get the minion wave into the turret and just attack the enemy turrets anyways while they tickle you with their non-existent damage. On the other hand, if it's around 20 to 25 minutes in, the enemy team really can't 4v5 at Baron because Baron does way too much damage, so if your team can stall them out at Baron while you're bot lane split pushing, you can gain so many free objectives because it's solo queue, and even in challenger ranks, people aren't coordinated and they don't really know what to do against split pushing all that well. So if you look at this game, Diamond 1 Master Tier, and people don't know what they're doing, imagine if you're split pushing in Bronze, Silver, Gold. It's actually just broken, and if you guys are going to play Akali, definitely try split pushing bot lane around the 20-minute mark. But anyways, moving on to the next play, I really didn't want this Draven to go in, and I was pinging him back a lot. But what do I know apparently? This just goes to show you how broken Draven is in this current patch. I don't know if it's Death Dance or a mixture of a bunch of different things, but literally every single game I have a Draven on my team, I win. Every time the enemy team has a Draven, we lose. So yeah, Draven ends up pretty much 1v4ing the enemy team and killing almost everyone. So we're able to go to Baron right after, pick up that for free, and we're pretty much set to win at this point. Draven is just extremely far ahead. We're all doing pretty well ourselves as a team, and all we need to do is close out the game. And this is going to be the final play of this game. Honestly, the enemy team started getting a little bit desperate to try and get back into the game, which made sense because we were just so far ahead as a team. Elise and Thresh tried to get a catch, but unfortunately she picked a bad time. Most of our team was already nearby, and we end up sweeping the team fight. I end up tanking the turret because I have absolutely broken sustain coming into the mid and late game. I have my passive, I have my gunblade, and I knew that if I tank the turret, Draven won't die to the turret, and that's pretty much the only thing that could make us not win this game at this point. Draven is just way too far ahead. It's all about protecting him, so that's what I do as my contribution, other than one-shot Elise. A few of them ended up getting caught and they end up dying. So yeah guys, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this type of analysis / commentary. To be honest, I did it this way because the audio quality from the stream wasn't very good. But if you guys want to see more of this, definitely let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to do more of this in the future. Alright guys, this is what I look like. Apparently no one knows that, even though I already did a 50k face reveal. So we're gonna do another one. I mean, why not, right? You guys want to see, and I guess I will oblige because the first face reveal was pretty bad, to be fair, to be completely fair. But anyways guys, I just wanted to do a huge announcement. The reason why I'm doing a face reveal now, a face cam video I guess, is because I wanted to show you guys something that I truly think will be very important. But yeah guys, the reason I'm doing a face video now is because I wanted to spread maximum awareness to a very important charity live stream tournament that I'm doing with a few YouTubers and rioters, and honestly it's just going to be a very awesome experience. We're going to raise a lot of money. I can already feel it. I'm going to be donating, and guys, there are going to be some crazy big names in this thing, especially one. You'll see who. Hold on. So guess who's going to be in here? Trinomir, one of the co-founders of Riot Games. This guy, dude, he's probably a billionaire, and he's going to be playing in this charity tournament because he's just that cool. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I get to play with one of the people who made this game that I'm in love with, and it's just the most exciting thing ever. On top of this, it's for a good cause, guys. We're going to be raising money for Doctors Without Borders, so it's not going to be just NA based for those of you that care. It's going to be around the world. We're going to be helping people. We're going to be raising money for a good cause. So if you guys can, clear your schedules for June 10th. Here are the times, but in case you don't want to check it right now, I'll have a link to this whole Reddit post in the description of the video. Guys, please, if you can, be sure to stop by, bump up the tournament stream up the Twitch ladder so more exposure comes in, and we can get as many people seeing the stream as possible and potentially donating. So for this giveaway, I'm going to be doing something a little special just as a side thing. If my team loses, which we won't because I am the highest ranked player in this whole thing, not to be too cocky, I know it does sound cocky, but if my team loses, I'm going to give away 50 RP to someone in the comments. If you think that my team is going to lose, comment down below, I hope you lose, and if I do end up losing, I'll pick through the people that comment that and randomly select 5 of you. If my team ends up winning, I'll still give away $30 in RP, so if you think that my team is going to win, comment down below, I hope you win. And obviously to be a part of the giveaway, you have to like the video and be subscribed to the channel. But yeah guys, that's the huge announcement I wanted to make. But one more thing is that I really think that you guys should definitely check out LolSumo. I'm not just saying that because they sponsored the video, but it's because it truly can be a good application if you make use of it. Just give it a shot, and I think that most of you, if not all of you, will really like the application, considering it's free and very useful. There's really no reason to not try it if you care about climbing and ranked, considering, you know, it's free. It's very easy to set up, and there's no reason not to. But anyways guys, hopefully I'll see you all at the tournament and you guys cheer me on, but if you don't, I understand why you wouldn't. And thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have a good day, and peace.